Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast, episode 578. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am joined by Connor. What's up, Connor Farley?
Hello.
All right, so this is the Real Whovians cast 578, and we may have a breaking announcement concerning Doctor Who. Do you know anything you could tell us, Connor, right now?
Um, it's probably fake, which is
Okay.
unfortunate, but some person on Twitter reported that in Salford, Manchester, Stephen Moffat was there, and there was a major announcement at 8:45, which is in about 8 minutes or so,
Okay.
and yeah, basically, there's a massive announcement from Media City in Manchester, which is owned by the BBC. Don't think
Now,
it's legit though.
what time is it where you are right now?
It is 38 minutes
Past what?
past 8.
Okay, right in here it's 3:38 in New Jersey, actually, where I'm at right now. So it's 8:38 there. Okay, so let's see. What could they be announcing at nighttime in the UK? It could be, we're speculating now,
Yeah,
could be that Stephen Moffat could be giving up his showrunnership, which I don't think would be because I would think he would wait till the end, maybe towards like when it's aired already to say that he's not the showrunner anymore. I don't think it'll be this early, but we're still speculating. It could be that they found missing episodes and he wants to be the one to announce it. It could be news about a Doctor Who movie, a Madame Vastra mini-sodes, or not mini-sodes, but Madame Vastra miniseries that they were talking that the BBC wanted to commission. Um, he can elaborate more about Doctor Who's. They plan to have Doctor Who for another 5 years, but he could also tell us that next year it's not going to be a full season. We could speculate it could be half a season. I mean, Moffat didn't commit that Series 10 was going to be the same format as Series 8 and 9. But again, it could be no news at all, really. I mean, the odds are having an announcement at night. It could be a trailer. Maybe they have a trailer ready for us for Series 9 that they want to pop out before, let's say, July, where they have Comic-Con and stuff like that. So maybe it's something that they want to tease us with a little trailer. It could be actors leaving. I don't think Capaldi's going to leave because I took Capaldi's signed for Series 10. So it couldn't be that unless somebody got hurt. Or, again, it could be no announcement, period. I mean, what do you think, Connor?
yeah. There's no announcement. They've posted the same thing. I've just posted a picture where there's literally like sparklers and fireworks and everything. It's a bullshit thing. So
Yeah.
we apologise for that.
There's no news going on, and people get excited, and we get excited, like, what could it be? What's going on? What could it be?
Yeah.
Oh my God, and then it turns out that it could be nothing at all. But it's fun that everybody gets together and tries to, thinking that something could happen. I mean, this community, we're interested in Doctor Who news, and when the time comes, we jump at the chance to find out what's the latest scoop, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so, I mean, again, I am going to wait the 8 minutes and see, while we're waiting for the possible news and no news in 7 minutes or whatever. Now, there was an article came out by Mark Gatiss. He was asked about is he would he be interested in being the next showrunner? Um, he says there was a luncheon, and he said that he's very happy and very busy doing what he's doing, almost a little too busy actually. Um, he doesn't really think about it, about being a showrunner. He's writing a new Doctor Who, which is taking him a long time, a new episode. So he's kind of like deflecting. Okay, he says he don't think about it, which makes me believe that he would be the one to be the showrunner if Moffat does decide to leave. But again, why would Moffat leave when he has Sherlock that he's constantly filming? You know, or writing and stuff, whether it be specials, whether it be series. There's no reason for him to leave, and if anything, the BBC want him to stay to do the Madame Vastra show, which they want to give him a check, and he just doesn't want to do. Um, and there's also, the Sherlock Doctor Who crossover, which, he says, why not give fans what they want? But then again, he's sarcastic. So is he just
Yeah.
bullcrapping us? Which more than likely that's the case. Or is he having fun with us? I mean, I don't think they would do a Sherlock crossover because, on one hand, in the Blind Banker episode, he announced that Sherlock was part of a unit and that there might have been somebody in that unit was dealing with that might have inspired him to become the great detective, maybe the Doctor. But then again, he canceled that out in Snowman when, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, it was said that from Madame Vastra, he created Sherlock Holmes. So that kind of throws crossover out the window, basically. Um, so I don't know about the Sherlock crossover, but again, how many more minutes we have? Like about five,
2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, so
It's definitely fake, but I
it
just
is.
want to see what bullshit they come up with because I think it's
Well,
just super funny.
yeah, well, that's unfortunate.
That is.
What do you think about? I mean, are we ever gonna find the missing episodes, Connor? I mean, are
Um,
they looking?
there are ones that we're probably more likely to find in the next
Okay,
few years, maybe, but that's
right,
even still a maybe. But I think there's some that we'll never find, be-
right,
you know, which is sad, but that's the beauty of reconstructions, because you always have the option of having a DVD that has a reconstruction or various reconstructions on it of these episodes, and the quality of them are usually very good.
right,
Like for example, the invasion. The invasion reconstruction from a few years ago, one of the first Doctor Who DVDs to be released, was pretty good. Uh, yeah, and there was also trying to think of, I'm trying to think of more recent ones. There was also obviously there was the underwater menace news of there possibly being a reconstruction for that, but it's been delayed so many times that it's actually in doubt whether it will ever be released. The Web of Fear, obviously, most of it being found, but it still had a nice reconstruction of episode 3, I think it was. Um, yeah, there was also, there's besides the point, there's like loads of really, really good um, Doctor Who reconstructions out there, and also you've got them in audio format, which is from BBC Audio, you know, which is really good. And if you're really lucky, you can also get the Target novels, which is just as good as watching the episode, because it's written by either the people that wrote the episode, or it's written by the likes of Terence Dicks, or I think even Robert Holmes wrote one. Uh,
hmm,
so there's various formats in which you can actually explore these missing episodes, but just anything that's not,
right,
actual episode, which is unfortunate, but I wouldn't
yeah,
get too disheartened because you have got these other ways of actually listening and exploring these episodes through audios,
right.
but etc.
Now there's this article about the comic books with
Yes.
Now one. I think this is coming from Custurbis. Uh, you want to give us a little information about this?
Um, I think this is issue 7 of the 12th Doctor.
Right.
Um, Over here, issue 5 hasn't even been released. I don't even think it's been released in the UK.
Why? So
Because
weird.
it's not due out yet. It's just I think they've only just released issue 4. But I have read it because as people probably know, I do some journalistic work
That's right.
for
That's right.
various Doctor Who sites, and I have read the fifth issue of the comics, and it's the start of a new story.
Now, are
Cause,
you allowed to say where you do articles for, or no? Or you just want to make it
uh, yeah,
mysterious?
Cerberus and Peter Capaldi news. Um, yeah, I'm able to, I can't go into much detail because obviously, you know, I'm not bound by a contract of secrecy, but
Right. But you
you
do
know,
do stuff for other websites besides Disturbus and Peter Capaldi News, right? I mean, but you can't just say the name, though, right?
yeah. Well, for example, I've written two articles for Doctor Who TV, and I'm planning on writing a third.
Okay.
So I'm just looking for the right topic to write about. But
Right.
you know, I actually really encourage people to get involved in this sort of thing because it gets you recognised in the Whovian community as a reliable source.
Right.
So then everybody asks you for information, and obviously, it's not all about the perks of the job, but there's
Yeah.
perks like press screenings where you get to actually watch the episodes early, which I do.
Right.
I can say, but I'm not gonna. Obviously, when the time comes that I do actually watch the episodes, I'm not gonna speak about it at all on
Absolutely
that
not. Yeah.
until whenever we do the Real Hoovians review.
Right. Right.
You know,
And it's only fair because you
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
spoil it for anybody. I mean,
yeah. I'm not a complete.
we love doing podcasts here at the Real Hoovings Cast, but we wouldn't want to ruin an experience for anybody. It's one
Yeah,
thing if we wanted to ruin it for ourselves, but we wouldn't want it to be destroyed for anybody. That's to take away the enjoyment.
but seriously, it's so fun to write your opinions down for opinions mainly for Doctor Who TV, where it's mainly articles from guest contributors that are writing down things such as like I wrote two articles, one about how I think that horror can influence New Who again, similar
Right.
to the Hinchcliffe era, and then there was another one about Terry Pratchett writing for Doctor Who, which was
Fantastic article. Yeah,
yeah.
they're both fantastic.
And then obviously for Cerberus, I've written various articles that I've actually had, assigned to me. And Cerberus is actually a really good site because it takes into account what you want to write about. For example, I said that I'm mainly the sort of person that likes to write about latest news. For example, with Series 9, like the breaking news. So I've been assigned mainly, if you go into Cerberus, you'll see in the Doctor Who news section because they've got various sections like reviews, Big Finish, stuff like
Right.
that. Most of what
So basically, people are quoting your articles and all the other podcasts and stuff probably if they go to
yeah,
Disturbance. Yeah.
yeah. If and
Gotcha.
Cerberus is such a reliable source and it is so popular that it gets you noticed. But that's not what I write for. I write because I enjoy writing about Doctor Who. I enjoy, people seeing these articles and it's real. I encourage people, if you want to get into journalism and you want something that you can say I did this, and you've got an interest in Doctor Who, just go for it because people are so you know they can be critical about your work, but mostly if you have good things to say, then they'll have good things to say back to you.
Right. All
uh,
right.
so yeah, I'd encourage anyone to get into that sort of thing.
I gotta say, I am very proud of you, what you've accomplished, in such a short span of time. It's actually pretty amazing. You've always done wonders on this show, and you are one of my most trusted, and you between you and Mike D, like you guys are fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And I always go to you to talk about Doctor Who news because I trust you to know that you're gonna say reliable stuff. So
Yeah.
it is, it's not only is it an honor to have you on here, even before you started, writing these articles, you always, the most trusted and respected. So I'm gonna say I'm glad that you're on the Rick Whovians cast, and I look forward to many more podcasts with you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. and the announcement has been made. It is complete bullshit. Yep. And we actually predicted it because it is. The tweet says, "Breaking news: Stephen Moffat steps down as head writer and calls an election."
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah,
Very funny.
bullshit. And
Yeah,
I will be sending.
that would first of all would not happen in April at nighttime, like on a Tuesday. Okay, if
Yeah,
he was leaving, it would be while the season is going, while it's being aired, while it's towards the end, and then they would have the announcement. So that way, you know, it would have hype, or would they would wait to the end of series 9, or right where they're filming the Christmas special for series, for 2015. So, an announcement like that's not going to happen. Even if a doctor was leaving, they wouldn't announce it before the season air too. So you gotta try to like sift through the garbage sometimes and figure out, okay, if they are making an announcement on a friggin' Tuesday, in April, what the hell could it possibly be? Could it be a missing episode? Could it be, but it's not going to be a massive, massive thing like Moffat leaving or Capaldi leaving or regenerating or anything. Not on a Tuesday in April when Series 9 is not even finished filming. So, you know, make sure,
yeah,
for the future, guys, like if you're awaiting some big announcement at, 8, 9, midnight, you gotta like know at what point in time where we're at with the filming or the episodes airing to try to predict what could it possibly be. And of course, like we predicted, nonsense
yeah.
and
It's utter nonsense.
bollocks. Yeah,
And I have written a very angry 140 character tweet back to them.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, so
Maybe your next article could be about when there's no news, people making up stuff, and a lot of sites just copying off other articles. Just you know, when there's no a slow news day, they just using a sentence and turning it into a story, or you know, just something to keep the sites alive. That some of these sites do, just bollocks,
yeah,
nonsense articles. I mean, that drives us nuts as fans. That because everybody once an article hits, like when the Sherlock and Doctor Who crossover, everybody latched onto that article and did variations of it. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's just and then we still don't know where we stand with that. So um, maybe that could be a good article for you to do one day. Who knows?
yeah.
Other than that, thank you, Connor.
Thank you.
All right, guys. No news today, but at least you got to hear us talk some Doctor Who, which that's what it should be. Everybody should be talking about Doctor Who. All right. Take care. Bye for now.